It's a sometimes vlog. It's a vlog that happens sometimes. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. Here we are in 81st and Pulaski in Chicago, Illinois. So here I'm at I have a special guest, my father, Stephen Lytell, who grew up here in Chicago. And about 10 years ago, I wrote a paper in college called The Car Culture. And I wrote about how the street, of course, Chicago has the elevated and locals call it the L. But all major cities had streetcars, and I wrote a paper on how streetcars became obsolete and the cars took over and the car culture came about. This was a college term paper from one of my history classes. I think it was an American history of the 20th century, and I chose to do the car culture. And so back in, see, after World War II, the GIs, they got funding to build houses all over the United States from coast to coast. So the federal government built these houses here, as you see. And in 1955, this neighborhood was built through the GI Bill. I have a special guest, my father, Stephen Lytell, who's going to talk and be interviewed here.
Hello.
Hi. So this is my dad. So tell us about.
My parents bought this house brand new in 1956, and it was built in late 1955. They paid $15,000 for this house. It has 3 bedroom, 1 bath, about 1,000 square feet on the first floor and 1,000 square feet in the basement. And my dad, king of tile at the time, and we were the first family to have 2 television sets. We had 1 upstairs and 1 downstairs, and we were the first family to have a finished basement. It was called a rumpus room, and we had a little bowling alley, and we had a pool table and a ping pong table, and we had a fish tank, and we had a utility room, and we had a bar, and also darts. It was like a little mini restaurant downstairs. And we lived down there in the wintertime. Right now it's 27 degrees, wind chill is 16 degrees. And we moved from this house in 1962. My father sold this house for $23,000. It sold last year. This is 2022. It sold in 2021 for $179,000. And we lived here from 1956 to 1962.
Yes, and of course, as he said, no one had 2 television sets.
Yeah, we did.
And no one had 2 cars. So in the 50s, this was kind of he was kind of a Richie Rich. So you know, I guess all his friends in the 50s was kind of the Richie Rich of the neighborhood. And as I said, this is all GI built all of this.
Yeah.
And this carport is new. Obviously, my grandfather Leon Lytell put in the garage and built the driveway. Of course, they built over that. And they probably had an addition, probably.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we're not. You know, we're not. You're knocking on the door.
No.
You know, but as you can see, this is where my dad grew up for how many years?
1956 to 1962.
56 to 62. So, and Leon Lytell, who was my grandfather, sold tile and carpet back in the 50s. So, 4112 81st West 81st Place in Pulaski. So this is walking around. Okay. Okay. So this is the old neighborhood.
Take your pick.
Here we are at the Museum of Science and Industry, and built in 1893 Columbian Exhibition World's Fair. And Thomas Edison installed all the electrical lights here in this museum and also all around the Columbian Exposition in 1893. He also executed an elephant to demonstrate AC versus DC power, as Edison wanted to say that DC was better than AC. So this building was built in 1893 as an exhibition. It was called the White City here in Chicago. Greenhouse. Inside of a tractor. This is the farm tech section, and so here we are in the farm tech section, showing the technology of farms. This is the heartland of the United States. All our crops are grown because we're in Illinois, in the heartland. A bowling greenhouse, and we're talking about how the farmers work and the technology here. And this is probably the future of farming, is soy technology. And what we use soy products for. However, I'm allergic to soy products, so I don't know how I'm gonna what we use our products for when we farm for things. This is Mold-A-Rama, I guess wax works. Oregon Trail. Look at this.
This I have to take a picture.
This is Mold-A-Rama, I guess wax works. Oregon Trail. Look at this.
This I have to take a picture.
The Space Center.
You know what I mean?
We're not going to see a movie yet.
I know they don't play with it.
No, we're not going to see that. We're going to show you.
Is it something you're really going to use?
And here we are at the Space Center.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm really particular.
Mercury.
A Mercury space capsule. Oh, this is rather interesting, folks. This gives a history of
There's where they sat, right here.
very complex. But this is interesting. This talks about their history of the Mercury space program. You have Sputnik in 1957. Then we launched the Mercury Freedom 7. But as you can see, this was a very small capsule.
Very scale model. David. Scale model. That's
The Saturn V. All thanks to John F. Kennedy. He told us that he wanted us to go to the moon. We went to the moon because of John F. Kennedy. Space race. Here is a space capsule. I landed on the moon. Project Apollo. One of the Apollo space capsules.
Just like no room.
Very small seats, folks. And then one of these space capsules landed on the moon. Apparently this was Apollo 8 that circled the moon. So it was Apollo 11 and 69 that landed a picture of Apollo 8. As you saw in my previous clip that how small they were when they landed on, this one circled. And of course it landed in the ocean, that's why it's all rusty. About 60 years ago, right? 60, 70 years ago. And Apollo 8 space capsule. It's real too, huh?
Everything here is real. This is not replica.
Moon rock.
There's a piece of the moon right there.
You touch it? They won't let us touch it. How come they won't let us touch it? They won't let us touch it, huh? Actual Apollo. Space food. Actual space food, folks. This is what the astronauts ate when they went to the moon. Remember, folks, this was before computers, so this is the stuff from the 60s, before pre-computers, before internet, before computers. We're just gonna be on the outside, folks, of a captured U-boat, U-505, and this is one of the Americans captured this U-boat here, and we're just gonna be the exterior of it because we didn't buy tickets for this, but we're just gonna try to see the exterior of it if we can. Here is
Ships that were sunk by U-boats.
all the ships sunk by U-boats. The Nazis sunk quite a bit of U-boats.
Known as Operation Drumbeat, 5 U-boats along the eastern seaboard of the United States.
We're not allowed on because we don't have tickets for that.
I'm not going in.
Okay.
It's time for the hunter to become the hunters. Small task groups were formed, usually one small escort aircraft carrier.
This section is the ship stuff, starting right here.
Ship's gallery.
Ship's gallery. The Greeks and the Romans, to how they used to row ships,
1650.
and how ships evolved over the years. Ship model. History of ships. 1100, 800 BCE. Ships were built.
80 feet long, 15 feet.
The Mayflower, 1620, or 90 feet in length. As you can see, Columbus's fleet was only 80 feet.
There's the Mayflower. I was on the Mayflower too. With them. Did I take you there?
And as the centuries, ships got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then they had the invention of steam power. And in the 1880s, they had the invention of steam power. And how things got more and more advanced. Then we go to the year of the Titanic. Great liners. Here's the famous model Leviathan, 1914. How ships are today. This section is race cars and cars through the years. 1933, sorry, 1908. This was a race car, 1908.
So we've done one for it.
Aston Martin, James Bond. I apologize if the glass is reflecting. Here are some race cars. Early automobile. I think. On the main floor of the museum, and as you can see, airplane. DC-10 actual aircraft. Folks, the reason I'm being selective on my recording here is because my battery is showing the red light, and so I have to be selective on what I'm recording here. Anyway, we have a 1923 electric vehicle versus a Tesla. Here's a 2021 Tesla vehicle. That is the rocket.
Took the cars off though.
So here we are on Main Street of the 19th century, early 20th century.
This was my all-time favorite place in the whole world when I went to the museum.
What life was like in the...
And they had cars parked on the brick road.
These, yeah, falling down. All of these can happen with explosions. Some of them can even occur naturally. Why will there be natural gas?
Into the ceiling. A bolt is anchored into the stronger sandstone above the coal seam to hold the roof in place. This drilling pattern provides a safer area in which miners can work. Without this safeguard, the roof might sag and eventually collapse. FMC roof bolting provides a safer and more permanently secure environment than former methods of roof support.
I'll try to squeeze what I can. I apologize if I cut short. My battery's dying.
Atomic science is a fairly new thing.
Oh.
Trying to get it small. Good boy.